ask you, how easy is it to get the ingredients locally? Are there a lot of support for Nigerian women cooking food in this area?
Thank goodness. I think the support is actually quite commendable. Even the bigger stores are they're stocking foreign, or what I refer to as exotic ingredients and foods. So organizations or stores such as Tesco, if you walk in there, you find plantains, you find yams, you find a bit of even
and it's good quality stuff, not like some places you go and it's really old.
It's acceptable. It's acceptable. But I normally shop for my ingredients in the inner cities where you have more African shops.
So go to a larger city.
Yes.
If you're looking to find many of the indigenous ingredients. For your recipes.
Yes. Most of the city centres, for instance, in London, you have areas like Brixton. You've got Peckham.
Which is really good, isn't it? I love Brixton Market.
Right.
But I'm thinking about our viewers that are outside of the country.
Right.
So our viewers that are not in the UK or may not be in Europe, maybe in Australia or in America, or Asia, or any of those places, usually those things can be found in the larger markets.
In America, I think you can readily find African food ingredients. I know people who live in America, and I know some exporters of food ingredients who actually have shops and stores all over America.
So
Texas,
can people contact
Maryland.
you then?
At the moment, I'm trying to compile a list of suppliers.
That's a good
on my website. On my website, there's a section there on links where people who are looking for food ingredients can find links of suitable organizations which I have used,
really
which are commendable.
Yeah, because somebody might be living in the middle of nowhere and just love the idea of your recipes and think, God, I just can't get the ingredients. So that's really going to be helpful along the line.
Yes.
So
let me just quickly add as well that not all the ingredients have to be sourced from African shops. As I said earlier, some bigger organizations, Tesco's and Sainsbury's, already stock African food materials. It would only be the more authentic ones that you might need to go and find in an African, specifically African food market.
Okay. All right. And the people that are making these recipes, if they don't have all of the spices and the herbs, can they make their own substitutions?
I have said, there's some dishes that you would not get the good result if you don't use the real ingredients. But it will still work, I think, in my opinion. It will still work if you use substitutes. And in cases like that, I have specified in the book the kind of substitutes that can be used if you're not able to find the real ingredients. For instance, the mixed vegetable soup, which is actually very, very popular in Nigeria. It's a delicacy. It's called the edikaikon. And it's
edikaikon.
Yes, it's a very. In fact, some the people who traditionally cook this soup, the Ibibios, the Essex, of the people from the Calabar area of Nigeria, actually use this soup to appease their husbands. Yes.
So the peacemaking soup?
It is, in a way. That it's thought that no man would taste that soup without it tastes that good.
It's
good
till the last drop. Okay, good.
So ingredients for that soup.
So we don't want to substitute any of those.
You don't want to, but in case that you don't find things like the water leaf, which is one of the key ingredients, you can use lamb's lettuce. Which has the same kind of properties and
good. In your book, does it advise you if you don't have this to? Or is that something that we will find out later when we follow in your blogs and things like that?
The book already makes suggestions.
Okay.
But I intend to keep up with my cooks.
Your fan base.
Yes.
Your growing fan base right now.
Well, thank goodness. I can't believe the response has been so great and huge, and I'm so pleased. And
the book's fantastic. I think a lot of it is because of the fantastic visuals that you have on your book. Can you just show the camera a picture of if you just open the book to one of your pictures, because your pictures are absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I particularly like the one for the fish.
It's absolutely incredible. And also I like on the other side, if you can just show the viewers, how simple it is. It's not a long list of arduous, you know, cooking and gather this and get that and all of this. Yeah. It's very easy, and I really like that.
Thank you very much. I actually made an effort to limit the number of steps per recipe.
I love it.
To
simple
4.
It works for me.
To 4. You know,
so every single one is 4?
4, well, no. There's some that are fewer than 4, but the maximum number of steps that you would have to
a lot of
follow.
effort has really gone into your book, Funke, and I just absolutely love it. Can I ask you more about how you, because I understand that you have a full-time job at the moment, don't you?
I do. Yes,
You're a very busy lady, and I commend you for that. Actually, thank you for making the time to spend with us today, because I know it's your daughter's birthday and you have another interview later on.
Yes, I do.
And all of this, so I really appreciate it.
It's my pleasure.
But your story is worth telling, and I'm sure people want to hear. So I wanted to ask you, when you started a business on top of all of these other responsibilities that you have, what was going on in your mind? What led you to that point?
Shall I give you a short background about myself?
Sure, please do.
My first degree is in food science.
Yeah.
I did my bachelor's degree, food science and technology, from Nigeria. Then we moved to England. We relocated here. I relocated with my husband about 10, 12 years ago. And I quickly changed my career because I had to find work here. So I went into IT, and I am actually a professional learning and development person. So what I do in my current job is learning and development and workforce change management sort of things. I work with the local authority, and I've been with them for just over 5 years now. But in between all of that, you know, as I said about 3 years ago, thought, you know, how can I make any contribution to Nigeria? There's so much said about Nigeria, usually negative stuff, and I thought, how can I make a positive, you know, impact? I have sort of toyed with so many ideas, you know, but most of them kind of withered. You know.
Yes.
But then this idea came, I shared it with a few people, and you know, every time I got positive feedback from them, and I thought maybe this could be the way I could make that contribution. So I just carried on with it, and here it is today.
I really like it. I find it valuable for so many different reasons. But earlier on we were talking about how you wanted Molly, your daughter, to know more about her own culture and recipes and things like that.